Anna G is the head of product at Clipchamp, a company who are empowering anyone to tell stories worth sharing. With over 16 million registered users, Anna joins me live now. How are you?
Good. Hi, Mike.
Now, thank you so much for your time. So first up, I was curious because there's a lot of platforms out there that content creators can make use of. But when did you guys know that Clipchamp could create something truly missing in the market?
So Clipchamp has been around since 2014, and we've really seen the way people consume videos evolve. So in particular, we saw the quality gap between smartphones and phone cameras for professional cameras really close. In a survey that we conducted, we found out from our respondents that over 80% of them said they prefer to shoot on their smartphones. So we realized at that point that video is becoming the sport for the masses. Now, we also knew that video is a really complex format that has historically been really exclusive to trained professionals. And we knew that there were three key gaps when it comes to video creation for non-professionals. So there's the skill gap, there's the creativity gap, and there's also the motivational gap. So we address the skill gap today by through the really intuitive, easy to use editor that we've created, and we address the creativity gap through templates, so the video templates that we have on our platform, and we're about to address the motivation gap by showing people that the impact and the outcome of their videos could be fantastic. And since our inception, we've seen a really strong user growth. We've reported about 100,000 registered users back in 2016, September, and 18 months later, that number became 3.5 million, and now we're sitting at 16 million users. So this rapid adoption told us we were onto something.
It's incredible, and I love the fact you've pointed out that people are using their phones now more than ever. When I was a young filmmaker running around with tapes in my camera, the mini DV tapes, I thought it was the most futuristic thing ever, but no, you're so right, and I love that you guys have broken it down into those three sectors. How was AusIndustry able to get the wheels turning for Clipchamp, and how critical was their involvement in able to get those numbers to where they are?
That's a great question. AusIndustry has been really important to our journey. So they assisted Clipchamp at several key crossroads with a number of different match grants back in 2016 and 17 as part of the Entrepreneurs Program to help us develop and commercialize our in-browser video editing technology. It would have been very, very difficult for us and really expensive without the help of those grants.
Now, I understand there have been some exciting new products integrated from some big names. What can you tell us about those partnerships?
Yeah, really excited about all of the partnerships that's been happening for us over the last 18 months. So we've had product integrations with the likes of Google, Microsoft, and Pinterest. And these integrations allow customers to really create videos with greater ease. They can now import assets from where they're usually stored and export to their primary channels. Our most recent integration with Pinterest is particularly exciting for us since Pinterest has 459 million global monthly active users. That's right. And this collaboration means that our Clipchamp users can now create video paints from our platform using one of our Pinterest video templates. And it really cuts down the creation effort for our users. So going into the future, we really want to keep strengthening our integration with these existing partners who are absolutely fantastic. And we also want to keep identifying new, especially B2B partnerships that would be value add, that will simplify business workflows.
Interesting. So how is Clipchamp addressing those sort of larger societal changes?
Yeah, COVID's definitely created a very interesting landscape shift where a lot of people have had to quickly re-gear themselves from, career, personal, and even environmental aspects, having to work remotely and communicate via video conferencing and video recording instead. What we've seen is this sort of rise of the side hustles and people having to learn how to become like consultants running micro businesses and with having to understand values, the value of transferable career skills. And the way that we're working is also really changing, right? So the modern worker is expected to change jobs like 12 times throughout their career. And having these multiple jobs means that now being your own boss and freelancing is a desired form of work. So it sort of begs the question, what are the types of skills and assets that's most valuable to this increasingly fluid working structure?
Yeah, it's interesting. You've got to be the camera operator, the sound recorder, the editor, you're sort of distilling it all down into a easy to digest experience.
So for us, what's really exciting is we've really been busy developing a range of new intuitive features this year, from a new sidebar that has a collapse option so you can minimize it when it's not in use, giving your video creation more screen space for added convenience, to hundreds of thousands of new stock images and elements for creation and inspiration. We also beta launched our new collaboration video feature called Teams, which aims to solve the pain points experienced by working professionals across company departments. So now they can create and collaborate on video content remotely, and they can keep, assets on brand, as well as simplifying team communication and project feedback. Fantastic. So in Teams shared video spaces, users can access videos created by other team members, and this would now allow them to shortcut creation and make sure that everything is approved and finalized before it's published.
Something that really excites me there is the collapsible menu, because I feel like that's a big part of, user interface, and user experience is a very important part of the editing process. And I'm glad you guys are picking up on that, because that's really exciting. Anna G, thank you so much for joining me from Clipchamp today. And I look forward to hearing a bit more about you down the track and how things are going.
No worries. Thanks, Mike, for having me.